So is COVID affecting your business with cancellations, maybe people rescheduling, or maybe just people not showing up? Or is it affecting your staff, maybe your chiros, your associates, your CAs? Well, this video is for you. Hey there, it's Laurence Tham here, your chiro coach. You can download this video on YouTube. You can watch this on Facebook or Instagram, and just check us out at Chiropractors.com or LaurenceTham.com. Now listen, guess what? COVID is affecting a lot of practices right now with cancellations, with rescheduling of patients, and it's affecting your staff, and it may be affecting yourself. Are you prepared for it? Well, it's not like you didn't know this was coming, right? It's been 2 years. It's like we knew this was coming, no matter where you are in the world. Obviously, certain people, maybe in the States, maybe you're in the UK, you've already experienced this, right? But people in Australia here, obviously, this is just starting to affect the East Coast. And if you're in WA, for example, or New Zealand, it hasn't come to your shores yet. But guess what? It's coming. Like, you know, it's not like you don't know what's coming, right? I've been talking to a lot of clients and talking to a lot of chiropractors. It's like it's not a surprise, right? Of course, we know it's coming, but the question really fundamentally comes down to this: are you prepared? Right? Because what happens here is that most people go, well, we can't plan for 2022. We can't do anything for this year because we don't know what's going to happen. It's like 2021. It's like there's no use planning. I think that's a really terrible mistake. I think that's a very terrible advice. No, you can't plan for things you have no control over, but you got to plan for things you actually have control over. And so really what this video is about is really deciding whether you should prepare or you should panic. So that's the thing, the decision you need to make, because when COVID does hit with your patients, when they start rescheduling and it's starting to affect your practice, or it hits your staff, or it starts to affect your associates, or even affects you, do you actually have a contingency plan? Do you actually know what you're going to do? Are you prepared for that? Or are you going to press the panic button and go, oh crap, my CA's no longer working, I can't, they're in close contact, or all these patients are canceling? Like, are you actually prepared, or are you panicking? So that's really what, like, I don't want to go into massive details of what you should do. I mean, I've been guiding and navigating through that with my clients, but it's a whole bunch of things you need to consider. But I really just want to shoot this quick video to say, are you prepared? Because if you're not, do something about it. You have control over that. Like, it's not like we're 22 years ago where we go, we don't know what's going to happen, but here's the plan, and let's have an emergency plan, and we may or may not need to execute it. This time around, it's happening. Like, it's you know it's coming to your shores. Like, you know it's affecting your practice at some point or another. It may not be now. It might have already happened, but it's definitely coming. Whether it be 2 months from now, whether it be 6 months from now, it's going to happen. So the question really is like, are you prepared? Are you doing everything possible? Are you asking the fundamental question, which is, what would we do? You think about it from 3 layers. Number 1, what if you or the chiropractors, your associates, are close contact or are infected with COVID? What would you do? What would your practice do? How would your business function? What are the contingency plans? The second level is, what would happen if one of your team members, your CAs, are infected, or maybe multiple? How would you handle that situation? How would you staff it? How would you get your chiros to, maybe they have to do the billings, or maybe don't worry about the billings, just make sure you reschedule them? Like, what would you do? Third, what would you do with your patients? When patient starts canceling, what happens when patients start to, what do you let them cancel or not reschedule? Like, those are all the thinking you should have in play, ready to go, so that you are prepared for the inevitable things that's currently happening to a lot of practices right now and will happen to a majority of the practice in the future. This is not the only time it's going to happen, right? You know that there's going to be things coming along. So control what you can control. You know it's coming. You already know it's freaking predictable. So therefore, do something about it, right? Create a contingency plan. Sit down for 15 minutes and create a contingency plan going through those 3 levels. What would you do if A happened, B happened, or C happened? And so now you're prepared. At least you have a plan. And then will the plan go to, will you execute the plan 100% perfect? No, of course not. But at least you have a plan to work with, right? Rather than panicking and worrying about, oh my God, what am I going to do now? It's too late. Your adrenals are going to be firing. Your cortisol level is going to be high. You're going to be stressed out. That's not the best time to create a plan. You're going to make a mistake, and you're going to screw up, and you're going to mess up your business. Don't mess up your business. Prepare now for the inevitable, and so that you don't press the panic button. Okay? If you want help with anything, please give us a shout. Send me a message. Go to LaurenceTham.com, and let's see if we can help you navigate through 2022 to help you have the best year ever. I'll talk to you soon.